If you're looking at the Fnatic Streak65, hoping for a sleek, compact gaming keyboard that gives you an edge in fast-paced esports action, hold up, because what I uncovered might just flip your expectations on their head. But here's what surprised me. Despite its flashy RGB lighting and esports pedigree, this keyboard has several drawbacks that hardcore gamers and everyday users alike will want to know before diving in. Therefore, buckle up as I break down why the Fnatic Streak 65 might not be the perfect fit you're hoping for, and what you need to consider before hitting that buy button. Let's kick things off by understanding what the Fnatic Streak 65 promises. This is a 65% keyboard designed specifically for esports professionals, with low-profile linear switches boasting a very short 1.0 actuation distance. That means it's ultra-fast and silent, which on paper sounds like the dream setup for intense gaming sessions where every millisecond counts. Plus, the keyboard features full RGB lighting with over 16 million colors, onboard memory for 4 profiles, and a super compact design that saves desk space without sacrificing arrow keys, something most 60% keyboards skip. Perfect, right? Well, not quite. Despite these features, users have pointed out some major pain points that you need to know about, especially if you're serious about gaming or even just typing smoothly. But don't worry, I'll explain everything, from build quality concerns to software headaches, so you get the full picture. Before we dive into the nitty-gritty, ask yourself, are you someone who prioritizes sleek, swift keyboard action for competitive games like CS, GO, League of Legends, or Rainbow Six Siege? Or are you more of a clickety-clack lover who enjoys a satisfying tactile feedback? Because this distinction matters a lot when considering the Fnatic Streak 65. Alright, let's dissect the keyboard layer by layer, starting with those low-profile switches. Fnatic promotes them as linear and silent with an ultra-fast actuation point of 1.0 and reduced travel distance to boost multipress speed. And yes, they do deliver on speed. Press a key, and it responds almost instantly. However, many users report that this comes at a cost: reduced typing comfort and a weirdly hollow feel under the fingers. Imagine typing on a keyboard that's as soft as marshmallows, but with as much resistance as a wet noodle. Confusing, right? This can lead to finger fatigue during prolonged sessions. So if you're someone who types more than you game, this switch might not be your dream come true. But wait, there's more. The keyboard's build quality is a mixed bag. On one hand, the aluminum top plate provides a sturdy, premium look and feel. On the other, the plastic base and keycaps feel a little too light and cheap, especially considering this is a mid-range priced device. The low-profile keycaps look cool and maximize RGB lighting effects, but they're slippery and less durable over time. If you're the kind who pounds keys like you're trying to summon a demon, be prepared. These caps might wear down quicker than expected. Now, on to software. The Fnatic Ops software offers customization for lighting profiles, macros, and key remaps, which is great in theory. But many users experience constant bugs and crashes. Imagine customizing your perfect RGB setup, then having it disappear after a reboot. Super frustrating. Plus, unlike some competitor software, it's still behind in intuitiveness and personalization depth. Therefore, if you love tinkering with your keyboard settings, be ready to spend some extra time troubleshooting. Time for the 65% form factor. This layout is designed to free up desk space by removing the number pad and some keys, but it cleverly retains arrow keys on a function layer so you don't lose navigation ability. Sounds ideal for gamers seeking a minimalistic setup with full functionality. However, the Fnatic Streak 65's FN layer can be unintuitive and takes time to get used to, especially if you switch between different keyboard sizes regularly. This learning curve can be a hurdle for beginners or casual users. Onto the RGB lighting. You'll get 8 preset modes and 16.8 million colors, stored onboard so your settings travel with the keyboard. The lighting looks vivid, especially shining through the low-profile keycaps. However, the light bleed into the keyboard's frame is uneven, and in some modes, certain keys just don't light up as evenly, creating a somewhat patchy effect. If you're a light show fanatic, this might disappoint you after the initial wow. Also worth mentioning are the onboard profiles. You can store up to 4, which is handy if you switch setups or want different modes for gaming and work. But switching between profiles isn't always instant, sometimes requiring a keyboard reconnect to fully activate the changes. That's a minor hiccup but annoying when you need quick switches between games or tasks. Let's sprinkle in some user feedback here. On Amazon, the Fnatic Streak65 holds a solid 4.4 rating, but digging into reviews reveals a divide. Esports pros and fast typists love the speed and compactness, while casual typists and general users complain about comfort and durability. A typical comment from a pro gamer said, "Perfect for quick reaction times, but I type elsewhere when writing reports." Another reviewer joked, "Feels like typing on a futuristic toaster, crisp but a bit too alt for my taste." Speaking of jokes, here's one for you. Why did the keyboard break up with the mouse? Because it found the mouse was clicky and clingy, unlike the cool Fnatic Streak65, which is silent and independent. Now, if you're worried about whether this keyboard is right for you, here's a quick rundown on who the Fnatic Streak65 fits best and who should consider other options. It's excellent for gamers looking for ultra-fast response times and minimal desk clutter. If you play competitive esports titles where milliseconds matter, this keyboard can edge out traditional full-size keyboards. However, if you're someone who needs ergonomic comfort for long typing sessions or prefers tactile or clicky mechanical switches, look elsewhere. Also, if you want hassle-free software and customization, this keyboard might test your patience. But here's the twist. Despite all these caveats, the Fnatic Streak65 packs undeniable style and quality when it comes to esports prestige. Fnatic is a global leader in the esports scene, with pro gamers winning thousands of tournaments worldwide. Their gear is tested and refined with direct feedback from industry champions. That esports DNA makes this keyboard a status symbol, a badge of honor on your desk. Plus, it's compact and portable, making it easy if you carry your gear to LAN parties or tournaments. So, what's the verdict? Is the Fnatic Streak65 worth your hard-earned cash? It depends. If you want the fastest low-profile linear switches and are ready to invest some time in adapting to a compact, less than comfortable typing experience, this is a solid pick. However, if you prioritize comfort, software reliability, or tactile feedback, you may want to explore other keyboards with more mature ecosystems. To wrap this up on a positive note, Fnatic's attention to gaming performance, compact design, and stunning RGB lighting make the Streak65 an exciting choice for gamers aiming to improve their game speed and desk aesthetics. It's one of the few keyboards managing to nail a small footprint without sacrificing arrow key functionality. A big plus for those who want to keep it minimal without losing utility. Plus, the cool factor of owning gear adopted by esports pros is a nice bonus. And for the price, which fluctuates on Amazon quite frequently, you get a decent balance of quality and performance packed into a stylish design. Just remember, these prices do move fast, so if this keyboard suits your style and setup, check the link in the description for the latest deal. Don't wait too long, or you might see the price jump like your reaction time on that clutch play. Before you go, here's one last joke to lighten the mood. Why did the gamer bring a ladder to the keyboard? To reach the high scores of the Fnatic Streak65. Alright, all jokes aside, you've got all the info you need now to decide if this keyboard is your next weapon in the esports arena or a flashy paperweight. Check the Amazon link below for the best price and happy gaming.